there's so many eyes on the Super Bowl, a lot of young, impressionable children, and I think, in my view, you would have Lee Greenwood or role models doing that, not somebody like this.
I noticed something about these Republicans. We'll keep it specific. I noticed something about Mike Johnson. That anytime there's a culture war, something that gets brought up that really is meaningless, that doesn't really matter at all, like, Bad Bunny being the Super Bowl act in this Super Bowl in the coming few months, he knows all about it. He's got all kinds of information about it. He's got all kinds of opinions about it. But when he's asked about the releasing of the Epstein Files, he doesn't know. If he's asked about Donald Trump, the fascist message before the generals, I didn't watch it. I don't know. Sorry, I'm too busy being speaker. When he's asked about any other item, he just doesn't know if it's something important. But when it's something that's culture war related, he's got all kinds of opinions. And that's where we are here. There's a journalist on the Hill named Pablo Manriquez. Pablo Reports is his Twitter account. And he asked Mike Johnson about this Bad Bunny thing. First of all, let me say this about the this for me I wasn't even going to talk about it because it doesn't move the needle. It's not important whatsoever at all. But because it's one of these culture war things. It's the same reason I didn't talk about what's the shitty restaurant with the bad food and the country store. You know what I'm talking about. Put the logo up. I can't think of it. I don't eat there because it's terrible. Not because of the logo. But when that thing broke, who cares? Who cares? The right wants to act like the left is apoplectic about the restaurant that I can't even think of the name of. They think we are pressing for Bad Bunny to be the musical guest at the Super Bowl. No one really cares about any of this shit. They're acting like, I saw a tweet yesterday that someone was saying the left is losing their minds because Donald Trump put gold in the Oval Office. We make fun of it, but nobody's losing their minds over it. Nobody's obsessed with it. Nobody's furious about it. It's the right wing that acts like maniacs about this stuff that no one cares about. Watch this. When Mike Johnson gets asked about Bad Bunny, and not only his stupid opinions, but they're manufactured out of just in the moment saying things that they're just like programmatic buzzwords. It's all troubling because this guy has more important shit to think about and talk about and attend to. Watch this.
Any reaction to Bad Bunny being chosen as the Super Bowl halftime performance?
I didn't even know who Bad Bunny was,
okay.
But it sounds like a terrible decision, in my view, from what I'm hearing. What's that?
How come?
Well, it sounds like he's not someone who appeals to a broader audience, and I think, there's so many eyes on the Super Bowl, a lot of young, impressionable children, and I think, in my view, you would have Lee Greenwood or role models doing that, not somebody like this.
Thanks, Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Cracker Barrel. I looked it up when the clip played. Cracker Barrel. That's the restaurant that I never go to because it's terrible. And I don't care about their logo either. But did you hear what he just said? Well, it sounds like he's not someone who appeals to a broader audience. Why? Because it's not an audience you are a member of? Because it's not Lee Greenwood? You want Lee Greenwood to headline the Super Bowl where superstars perform? Is that it? Mike Johnson. And I think, there's so many eyes on the Super Bowl, a lot of young, impressionable children. What is it about a Puerto Rican artist, an American artist, a superstar that would bother you? I mean, what would be the damage to impressionable children, Mike Johnson? What would be damaging to impressionable children, says the guy who's protecting a pedophile, who is doing everything he can, including not swearing in duly elected members of the House of Representatives who are going to vote to release the Epstein Files? What say you, Mike Johnson? Please tell us. Your opinion on this matter means so much to us. We need to know how to protect impressionable children from Spanish language music, I guess. And I think, in my view, you would have Lee Greenwood or role models doing that. Lee Greenwood is another grifter. How is he a role model? Not somebody like this. We are led by the stupid in this country. Mike Johnson is not a smart guy. Mike Johnson is just he's a more loyal version of Mike Pence, led by his superstitions and his interpretations of the mythology that he believes in. That's who he is. He's exactly Mike Pence, except maybe a little bit more closeted than Mike Pence. Which I guess would imply that Mike Pence is also closeted. What might be true, I don't know. These people are so afraid of who they are. They're so afraid of their own shadows. Listen, if you're afraid of Donald Trump, it says a lot about the things that you're afraid of. If you think Donald Trump is an intimidating force, now I'm just rambling. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. I invite you to this conversation. Let's have it in the comments below the video. Or if you like telephonic communications, you can call, leave me a voicemail of fewer than 3 minutes. Please keep it brief. 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work financially. Not if you're on a fixed income, not if you're on disability, not if you're on retirement, not if you have to budget it in. But if you have $2 that you don't mind helping support this work and produce this work, please do. You can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for $2 a month, or even better, because they take way less than YouTube. YouTube takes 30%. Go to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. They take way less money. We get more of it to use on creating content. I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another.